The Interstellar Council had never been anything more than a hushed chamber of posturing. The Great Hall of Thalath Station, a monolithic relic from a forgotten empire, echoed with the whisper of alliances made and broken, deals struck in shadows, and wars justified with gilded words. It was a stage for the titans of the galaxy, the empires that carved the stars with their feats and banners, to bicker and barter. But for all its grandeur, the council was toothless. It governed no one, protected no one, and enforced nothing. It was an illusion of order in a chaotic galaxy. That changed with humanity. When humanity was first noticed, they were little more than a curiosity. Their first forays into faster-than-light travel were crude by galactic standards, but promising. The Trellic Dominion, an empire known for snapping up fledgling civilizations and exploiting their resources, wasted no time. They descended upon humanity with elegant crystalline ships, armed with shimmering energy weapons and deflector shields that had crushed countless civilizations before. But humanity did not crumble. They did not kneel. The Trellic fleet's first encounter with Earth's defense forces was not what they expected. Instead of sleek ships designed for maneuverability, they faced armored behemoths, bristling with railguns and kinetic weapons. These weapons did not burn or dazzle. They struck with the raw, unrelenting force of physics itself. Slugs the size of shuttles were hurled at relativistic speeds, turning Trellic warships into twisted wreckage before their shields could even react. On the ground, hypersonic projectiles tore through their invincible legions, leaving no room for retreat. Humanity's message was clear. They would not be conquered. The war was short and brutal. The Trellic Dominion, for all its sophistication, could not withstand humanity's sheer adaptability and ingenuity. And when the last Trellic fleet limped away from Sol, humanity did something unexpected. They reached out to the other species under Trellic rule. It was not an offer of dominance, but of unity. When humanity arrived at the Interstellar Council as victors, they did not come to gloat or impose. They came to listen. They sought out the forgotten and downtrodden, the civilizations that had been stripped of their pride and power by centuries of imperial exploitation. Humanity stood not as conquerors, but as protectors, offering the one thing the Council had never been able to provide: hope. In the years that followed, humanity reshaped the Council through their actions. Every time an empire launched a war of conquest, humanity stood against them. They developed their unyielding fleets and indomitable soldiers to defend those who could not defend themselves, but they did not stop there. Humanity's engineers worked tirelessly to uplift their allies. For the Alarin, a fragile species with a talent for engineering, humanity developed crisis suits, exoskeletons that turned their delicate forms into mobile fortresses. For the Sonari, whose melodic voices could shape stone but not defend against blades, humanity crafted sonic projectors, turning their songs into weapons. Every ally who stood with humanity returned stronger, more capable of standing on their own. The Council itself began to change. No longer just a forum for the powerful, it became a place where the weak found a voice. Humanity's insistence on justice and equity inspired others to act. The fractured alliances of old began to mend, not through coercion, but through shared purpose. The Dent Empire that had built Thalath Station had dreamed of a united galaxy, but failed. Humanity, the youngest of the stars, was making that dream a reality. The turning point came when the Karani Dominion, an empire that had dominated the Outer Rim for millennia, declared war on a fledgling alliance of former slaves. The council chamber was silent as the Karani ambassador delivered their ultimatum, daring anyone to intervene. Humanity answered. As the ambassador ranted about the inevitability of Karani victory, a single human delegate, Commander Elena Voss, stood. She spoke not with bravado, but with conviction. "Your fleets will burn," she said simply. "Not because we are stronger or more advanced, but because we stand together. And when the smoke clears, it will not be humanity you fear. It will be the galaxy you try to break." The war that followed was the largest in living memory, but it was not fought by humanity alone. The Alarin pilots, clad in their crisis suits, outmaneuvered Karani warships. Sonari warriors armed with sonic projectors shattered Karani fortresses. Every species humanity had uplifted fought alongside them, not as dependents, but as equals. When the Karani Dominion fell, the Council was no longer a fragile forum. It was something new. Tharlef Station, once a hollow monument to a dead empire, became the heart of a united galaxy. The Interstellar Council was no longer a place for the powerful to barter. It was a beacon of hope, a forge where justice was tempered by unity. And at its center stood humanity, not as rulers, but as the spark that had reignited the stars.